I'm very happy that we've got this guy, Stugotz.
This guy is what March Madness is all about.
That's right. He's the sophomore center for the Indiana State Sycamores. They are leading the Missouri Valley Conference. We hope to see him in the tournament later this month because of this guy. Robbie Avila is, I pronounced that with a Latin flourish. Are you Hispanic? Do you have Hispanic origin?
I do, yeah. My dad is Mexican. His dad was from Mexico, so I'm half Mexican, yeah.
I was very happy to learn of you this weekend, and I learned of you because I'd never heard the nickname Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. I believe it to be the greatest nickname I've ever heard for a player. What is the history of this? Have you heard it before? Did you realize that you were going viral all weekend because people were discovering you?
Yeah, no, ever since I started, blowing up a little bit on social medias, you put the goggles to what Kareem had, and, it's been a lot of fun. I've gotten a couple of nicknames. Larry Nerd was one of them, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, Steph Blurry, and so it's been a bunch of fun nicknames that I've seen all over social media.
Wow.
But yeah, no, it's just been a good time.
Can you tell us about your rise and your story? How often do you get underestimated because of the goggles?
Yeah, no, it's definitely not a conventional look, for a basketball player. It's kind of just something you don't see too often anymore. And so, like you said, I get underestimated a little bit. I shock guys with how I play on the court, but I don't really let that affect me. I kind of just go ahead and play my game no matter what. I'm just gonna kind of let my game do the talking. If you want to underestimate me, then I wish you luck, and that's all I got to say for y'all. That's it.
Is there a story behind the goggles? Is there a reason you're wearing goggles?
So it's really just all a vision thing. Originally, I started playing football when I was younger, and I couldn't wear glasses; they would have broke instantly. And so my mom invested in a pair of goggles, and so I kind of just started wearing that ever since. Once I started playing basketball, I just kept wearing that. And in high school, I thought about going to contacts, and so I tried them out real quick, but I couldn't really, get it down. And then my brother came to me. He told me, he's like, "Hey, you're not you without your goggles, and so you can't get contacts." And so that's kind of how I just kind of stuck with him, And so he kind of helped me. It's kind of part of my brand now. And so that's just really how I'm gonna start wearing the goggles, and I'm gonna continue to wear them.
Which of the nicknames do you like best? Which is your favorite?
See, my personal favorite, my favorite music artist is Rob Wave. And so I got one earlier in the year, Rob Wave, and so that's always going to be my favorite. But I do like the Kareem Abdul-Jabbar too.
Can you tell us, because one of the reasons I imagine that you get underestimated is it's a Jokic type game, right? It's a little bit, we don't expect it to be high above the rim, and so when you can do things that don't seem like they're as fast as others, but you're going 23 points on 80% shooting, 35 points, 8 boards, 5 assists, 22 points on 66% shooting, 15 points, 30 points. Those are your last 5 games. You're averaging 25 points a game. Obviously, you're a menace.
Yeah, no. Obviously, I think everybody knows I'm not the quickest guy, or I don't jump the highest, but I think being able to use my skills and my basketball IQ, just being able to see the game and read it in different ways that some other people that can't do it like that, I think it kind of makes up for my lack of athleticism. And so being able to play the game at my own pace, not letting guys speed me up, or being under pressure, just kind of doing it myself, the calm pace that I do it at, I think kind of helps me attack defenses with guys that are quicker or jump higher than me.
What kind of offers did you have coming out of high school? How much of this afflicted even the people offering scholarships because they didn't see in you perhaps what you saw in you?
Yeah, a lot of my looks out of high school came from a lot of the Missouri Valley teams, Northern Iowa, Southern Illinois. I had a couple other looks at they were the high majors, but I don't think I think, like I said, the athleticism may have thrown them off a little bit, so that where they didn't pull the trigger to offer. But getting recruited by Indiana State, they saw past the athleticism. They saw the streaming skills that I had and the IQ that I obtained. And so that kind of, jumped at me and allowed me to be able to, do everything that I can here, being able to use all my skills, being able to shoot, pass, and dribble. And then, being able to play under Coach Church, something that I just couldn't pass up on.
Robbie, you're an Illinois kid playing in Indiana. I was an Illinois kid that went to school in Indiana also. We love the Midwest around here. Which state in the Midwest is the superior state, Illinois or Indiana?
100% Illinois. Well, my roommate is Indiana high school kid, and so we have debates back and forth about which is better, high school ball or AAU ball in Illinois and Indiana. So we have that debate all the time, but I'm going to stick to Illinois no matter what.
Is it accurate, your listed height and weight, 6'10", 240?
Yeah, I'm about 6'10", 245, 250.
Do you run into a lot of people that feel physically stronger than you when you're playing?
There's a couple guys, yeah, that are some bigger dudes, real strong. They're 2 years older than me, but I think I hold my own down there in the post this year. Something I worked on over the summer. Last year as a freshman, I kind of struggled down there, but I think I've taken steps. I'm not 100% at my best down there in the post defense, but I think I definitely have made progress towards getting stronger down there.
Portillos or Culvers?
That's a tough one. I think because I get it less, I would have to say Portillos, but I'm a big fan of cheese, so I love Culver's cheese curds.
What's your Portillos order?
Like I said, I'm a lover of cheese, so I usually get a cheese dog with a large fry and a strawberry shake. That's usually my Portillos.
That's a good order. You're not you're not winning a lot of foot races out there, correct? On your team?
Yeah, no.
So how does that one go? Like when we're running,
when
we're running suicides, is there? Are you the slowest on the team? Are you lagging behind?
I'm one of the guys in the I won't say I'm always the last guy, but I'm definitely not up there in first, second, or third. I'll tell you that.
Can you tell us when did you become good at basketball? Like when is it along the path that you knew this was the path for you?
Ever since growing up, I watched NBA players. I watched Kevin Durant being a 7-foot guard. Watch other guys. Play. Kevin Love, another big guy that can shoot. I watched them, and so ever since growing up, I knew I wanted to play basketball. And over time, I think it'd be probably around 8th grade, I started to realize that I was actually pretty good at it. I wasn't just taller than everybody at that time. I was actually a solid player. And so over high school, I kind of just really dug into it and started working hard. Hitting the weight room. Doing workouts. 5 days a week, and so kind of just really started there. And I'd say after my sophomore year, I had a pretty good year. Me and my teammate right now, Jason Kent, we had a really good year at Old Forest, and so that kind of started a little bit of the buzz of going to college and playing there. And so that kind of is really when I started to realize that hey, I could play at the college level. I could do that. And, it's just been a process ever since, and I'm just enjoying the journey and looking forward to what's next here.
Were you good from the beginning or just tall at the beginning?
I would say when I was younger, I was like 1.5 feet taller than everybody else, but I think I still had those type of skills. When I was in 2nd grade, my brother was playing with his 4th grade team, and I was able to practice, and my dad was the coach, and so I got to practice with them all the time. And being 2 years younger than the guy, it was really shocking because I was the only guy out there that was able to make a left-handed layup. And with younger kids like that, so the skills have kind of been ever since I was little, and it was just really just polishing them and getting them better and better, as I grew up.
It can be awkward to be the kid who's different from the other kids. I would imagine that sports gave you a great deal of confidence in some places that it can be hard to come by. Being good at basketball.
Yeah, no, I mean obviously the goggles, throws people off, even in the regular day life too. It's just not something you see, and so. When I was in 8th grade, I kept breaking my actual glasses, and so my mom stopped paying for regular glasses and maybe wore the goggles just as everyday pair of glasses. And so you get teased here and there. It bothered me a little bit when I was younger, but it's just something that comes with it. And I think sports allowed me to be able to kind of feel a little bit more normal. Being able to do whatever I want out there. I have success out there. It definitely kind of took away from the little teasing here and there when I was younger.
Because you were beating people up. That's why. Because you were scoring 30 a game with your left hand.
Oh yeah, yes sir.
We going pro next year? What are you thinking? What's happening?
I haven't decided none of that just yet. I'm ready. I'm focused on winning more championships here.
All right,
More.
very good. Do you have a top 5 list for him, Stugotz? Top 5 begoggled athletes of all time?
I do have a top 5. I think Tony has one as well, right?
Both of you have a top
I've got a
5?
basketball specific top 5.
Yeah.
His is athletes of all time.
competing.
Yes,
All right,
yes. Dueling top
let's have
fives.
yours first, Tony, and let's have Robbie check this out and see whether he agrees or disagrees. We'll check in with you at the end of this, Robbie. Number 5, Tony.
Number
Let's see
5, Robbie Avila.
Oh wow! All right, congratulations.
I mean, he's big smoothie down there. That's the thing. That's what you don't get, Dan. When you're watching his highlights, he's Euro stepping. He's moving in a way that smaller guys
Dishing the
move.
rock.
Dishing the rock.
Respectfully, how many of his highlights did you see before this weekend?
A ton. He's been good for the last 2 years, Billy. Jeez.
Number 4.
James Worthy. Big game, James.
Big game, James, yeah.
Good of Billy to always be there for you, Tony. Number 3.
He doesn't watch basketball. Real hoopers know he does not watch basketball whatsoever. Number 3, Amari Stoudemire stat. Now, he wore the Oakleys, which I still put in the goggle category, but he revolutionized. Like, when he put the Oakleys on, game over.
Number 2.
Number 2, Hakeem the Dream.
It's a good list. Number
Wore them
1.
for a short time.
Yes.
He could never be number 1 because
Cup of
number
coffee.
1,
Yeah.
the GOAT, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar.
No Kurt Rambis on there. How's that list?
Wow.
How's that list overall for you, Robbie? Anything that needs to go in it? Anything that needs to get taken out?
That's a pretty solid list there. You can't argue. I think maybe I would switch James Worthy and Stoudemire.
Not
but
you, though.
Not you, no.
I
of
can't
course.
argue. No, I gotta say I'm nowhere. I'm
He
nowhere near those
revolutionized the
guys.
game, though, with the Oakleys. If you wore Oakleys, I might have to drop you down, too. Maybe 2, 3, who knows?
I appreciate that, but we'll see where it comes in the future.
Stugotz, are you ready for your top 5?
I am ready, yes.
And this is just athletes. but
Athletes all time, yep.
Number 5.
Michael Phelps.
Number 4.
Eric Dickerson.
That's a good list. It's good. Number 3.
Katie Ledecky.
Number 2.
Robbie.
Oh, really?
Oh yeah.
Changed it, yeah.
And number 1.
Chris Sabo.
Good list. Good list. Good list.
It's a good list. It's a good list. Robbie, thank you for being on with us. We appreciate it, sir.
No, thank you guys for having us. It was a lot of fun.
Thank you, Robbie.
Steph Blurry is fun.